Hey, it's Miss Kellie Michele. Welcome back to my channel. All right, I have a update for you guys. Yes. So remember I did the video about tapping into investors to find properties for your midterm rentals. Well, I tried it and let me tell you what happened. All right. So I went into several Facebook groups that I'm in for real estate investors and I simply posted what I was looking for, what I do, and how much I pay for certain properties. So I gave all of my criteria, explained exactly what I'm doing, and I asked if anyone had any properties that they had available that they would like to work with me on, right? So I got a few responses, but the responses were from people who had properties, but they did not fit my criteria. So even though I laid it all out and asked specifically for certain things, they did not have those certain things in the properties that they had available. So I could not really move forward with it, whether it was the location or the size of the property. It was just different things that did not fit my criteria. Now, let me pause here and say everyone has their own criteria. I am doing what works for me. What works for me is 2 bedrooms or less, right? I'm not interested in a larger property. Now, that can work in some places, or any place if you have several people or several traveling medical professionals or professionals in general, one in the state and one property, that could work. But for the what I've seen as far as the statistics, that's far and few in between. So I rather stick with the 2 bedroom or less so that I can appeal to most of the people who are looking for housing here in the area. Okay. All right. So some time went on, and I want to say maybe about a month later, I get a message. Someone responded to my post saying that they had a 4 unit building that they would be interested in me taking a look at. So I reached out to her through Messenger, the lady who owns the building, and went to go see it. So when I went, the location was great for what I do. The building is actually within walking distance from St. Louis University Hospital and Cardinal Glennon Hospital here in St. Louis, Missouri, right? So those are good things. And it's actually within less than 10 minutes from the medical district where we have the #1 trauma hospital here in the area and a few other children's hospitals and other medical facilities. So it's a good location, right? It is in the city of St. Louis. I have not had a property in the city of St. Louis yet because basically I've just been sticking to St. Louis County. You guys might not understand what I'm talking about, but there's a difference in government and how things are ran between St. Louis County and St. Louis City. Two different entities, two different ways of doing things, two different types of housing. It's totally, totally different. So this building is in St. Louis City. St. Louis City is more flexible. They do allow short-term rentals. So I do have the option on this building to do midterm rentals and short-term rentals. But right now, my thought is that I am going to continue just to do midterm rentals for the entire building, just to keep it on a peaceful side as far as my guests are concerned. I don't want to have like midterm renters on one part of the building and short-term renters on the other side, and they're causing ruckus or loud noises or whatever, disturbing the midterm renters. So I'm going to try to keep it all as midterm rental, right? All right, so that's that. But let me rewind back because I went to go see the building. The building was fine. The building is a nice building. Now, 2 of the units are completely updated, 2 of the units are not. So the bathrooms on the non-updated units are okay, but the kitchens, yeah, definitely not updated. So it was kind of like, okay, it's a toss up, but the owner wanted me to take over the entire building. She didn't even want to deal with it. She had just bought the property a couple months ago. She doesn't want to have to deal with anything too much related to this building. She just wants her cash flow. So it was kind of like a win-win situation. But there are some things that had to be done to the building or to the units so that it would be at least okay for me to come in and set them up, everything up as corporate rentals, right? So basically, I have been working with the owner for a couple weeks now, and I actually just signed the lease on 3 units because one of the units isn't ready yet. So I officially signed the lease a couple days ago, and I am in there setting it up now. So I had furniture delivered yesterday. And I will be continuing to go over there almost every day until the units are set up. So my plan to tackle this is to just do 1 unit at a time. I'm not going to rush and try to get them all done at once, one at a time, get it up and running, and then move on to the next. So that's how I am going to tackle this. But the point is that it worked. It worked. Working with investors, tapping into investors who actually own properties can work for you. All right. So it worked for me. I don't see why it can't work for you. It is another avenue. If you have been having issues trying to find properties for your midterm rentals or your corporate rentals, try to tap into real estate investors. They own properties. Okay. All right. So to continue, now that you know what happened, and I had a success story from tapping into investors. I talked a little bit about what's happening now with the building. As I said, I'm still setting it up. My right now it is the end of June. My goal is to have the first at least 1 unit set up um within the next week or two, really. All I'm really waiting on is the bed. I had to order the mattress. Everything has increased, you guys. I'm my budget is all out of whack because I didn't think about the price of furniture and beds or mattresses increasing. I didn't think about that when with the whole inflation thing, but yes. My mattresses have increased. I had to change the type of mattress that I usually get to a cheaper one. Even though it's still comfortable and firm and nice, it's still, I had to go with the lower price mattress, just because it is what it is, and I'm buying so many that I can't afford to be spending a whole lot on mattresses. So I got something that was very comfortable, a little bit cheaper, because what I normally get, the price went up over $100. And I was just like, no, I don't want to do that. So, I am having to struggle with the budget right now. And I'm just going to say struggle because I thought I would spend one amount because that's what I'm normally spending on a 1 or 2 bedroom unit, but I'm spending more at this point. So let me stop here and just give you some pointers and tips during these times of inflation. This is something I am doing. What I have decided to do is I basically am staging the property. So I'm getting all of the furniture in, the mattresses, everything, all of the major things into the property. I'm going to put up some decor. I'm going to do that first. I'm going to take my pictures and then get my listing up and going. Once someone says they want to book, I am going to go finish setting up the property, meaning I'm going to go get the towels, the kitchen supplies, like all of the little things that you have to get for the place. I'll go ahead and buy that at that point. I'm not going to buy it up front. Now, normally what I do when I set up a property is I go buy everything I need, get it all set up at once, and then I list it. But since I'm pretty much setting up so many different properties at one time and the price of things have gone up, I am deciding to go a different route. So I'm getting it furnished. I'm going to get it decorated. I'm going to take my pictures. Once someone books, or, list it. Once someone books, I'll put the rest of the stuff in there that they would need to be comfortable in the unit. Okay. So you can do the same thing if you are kind of trying to budget, or, you might have to pay attention to the money and where it's coming from and where it's going. That's a tip for you. Okay. All right. So again, success. Now, I hope you guys are on your journey of having your corporate rentals and your midterm rentals, getting them all set up and going. I know it's a lot of moving around this time of year. It's warm outside. This is when people move, and you have a lot of apartments that become available because this is the time of year people like to move around. So I am hoping you guys are out there searching for properties, getting properties. and getting started with this whole journey of midterm rentals or corporate rentals. All right, so that is all I have for you today. Now, remember, if you want to learn how to set up your own midterm rental or corporate rental business, I do have a online course that you can find in the link below in my description. You can click on that, and I also put freebies down below as well, so make sure you check those out. Always look at the description, and make sure you like and subscribe this video, because that's how I keep coming back to you, because I know you're interested in my content. I've gotten a lot of great feedback from you guys, so I'm keeping it going. But if I don't see people wanting what I have to say, then I probably won't do as many videos. So make sure you like and subscribe so you can continue to learn from me and follow my journey. All right, I'll talk to you later. Bye.